Hi, everybody. I'm Paul. This is my beautiful wife, Charlene.
Hi, everyone.
So, we want to just give a paddleball wrap up for the month of July. July was a little bit quieter than the month of June, but we still had some pretty big events and some pretty big games and some good stuff and some sad stuff. But overall, a good month for paddleball. So, I guess the first big event we had for the month of July was on July 20th, which was held by the PFA, which held their tournament at Juniper Park, right?
Middle Village Queens, for anyone that doesn't know what Juniper is.
And for people who may not know who the PFA is, who runs the PFA, Sean?
That would be Mike
Speak up.
Melendez and Kathy, Mitch, David Siegel, and Mike Waters also helps with the PFA with the charts. And
You mentioned Ray Gaston also.
Ray Gaston, of course, Ray Gaston. Is Ramon on that council?
I believe he is, but I know Ramon has been. He wasn't there for this event, but he is a big voice with them,
Yes, yes.
right? And of course Mike Melendez,
Mike
as we said,
Melendez.
who runs the whole thing. But they did a great job. They held it at Juniper, which has 10 beautiful courts. If you've never been to Juniper Park, it's Juniper Valley Park in Middle Village, Queens. There's games there every day, big ball games. There are some,
Monday through Sunday, every day. Games usually start about 12:30, 1 o'clock.
and you can also catch some small ball games. A few, I'm not sure when they play small ball.
They play. It usually starts about 8:30 in the morning, and they wrap it up about noon.
Is that every day?
That's every day.
Every day. So you want to play paddleball, Juniper Valley Park is the best place to go. We call it Juniper just for short. But if you Google it, you'll find that it's on 80th Street, right off of Juniper Valley Boulevard, I believe it is. But beautiful courts, beautiful park, nice neighborhood. Parking's pretty good over there, so it's a good place to go. And you have every level of players there, from pros to beginners, and you can get a game in any day. But yeah, going back to the tournament that was on July 20th, sure, you want to tell us a little bit about some of the games, some of the winners?
Well, to start off, we'll start with the men's division. In the men's division, David Blatt and Alex Kay won, and they played Paul Angel and Sean Jackson. That was a great game, but they
Yeah.
did. But Dave and Alex won in the men's finals.
Yeah, and that was a great game because you got
It was a great
four
game.
very good athletes, four
Tremendous gets.
young guys.
Great shot selections. The rallies were very exciting. So overall, it was a terrific finals, and you got to see some really exciting rallies and just uh,
Yeah,
all
great
around.
stuff.
It was
Great,
really
really
good,
great stuff.
really
And
good, very exciting game.
to me, like, some of the best things about it is just the defense that some of these guys play. I always said I think Dave Blatt has just incredible hands, great defense, just an
And the
incredible.
same for Sean Jackson. I mean, you really
Yeah,
have to do something
yeah,
spectacular to get a ball past that guy.
yeah.
James, he's
And Paul and Alex are no slouches.
no, not
They're
at all.
they're
Everybody played
great.
well.
They're all great.
Everybody was on their game, and
Yeah.
it could have went in either direction. But Dave and Alex took that. This year they took the PFA Men's Big Blue
And
finals.
yeah, there was some other great, I mean, really great games. One in particular I remember was Chris, as they call him, Chris MMA and Willie Wheels against,
Juniper.
against Mitch Goldberg, Mitch and Danny Serrano. Great game. That was a 21-point game, but it went 23-21. Oh,
That was a real nail biter.
Yeah.
And it was back and forth. But again, some really great rallies and gets, and Willie runs everything down, and super exciting to watch. Definitely game to catch if you weren't able to see it that day. Do you have that game?
That game is on Paulport, yes, and also
on YouTube. Paulport.
I think you could also catch it with John Lombardi has some of that action also. Dave Blatt also has a lot of the games.
Dave Blatt has a lot of games.
Yeah, so check out those pages. Dave Blatt Paddleball, John Lombardi Paddleball, Paulport, of course, and then on Facebook you have with Paddleball United. Caught a lot of action.
Thank you, Ariana.
Yeah, a lot of action. I want to say at least 6 hours worth of games, and going from court to court, trying to catch as much as possible. So everybody gets to see the players. So it was great. And what other great games did we have that day?
There was also another game that Willie and Chris played. Unfortunately, they lost to Will the Warrior and Ben. Benny, what's Benny's last name?
Goldberg.
Goldberg. That was a 24-22 game. Again, super exciting and
A great game.
Great game. It could have went in any direction. I mean, that was another nail biter. But tremendous gets, rundown, shot selections. It was over the top, bevy of great offensive shots and defensive gets.
Yep.
So another great game that happened at the PFA Men's Big Blue, and also can't forget this game: Julio and Damien versus Sheik and Nick.
Yeah, father and son team. That was a battle. And some of you might know that Nick was playing with Julio recently. And not that they broke up or anything, but Julio and Damien joined together on this one. So that they played together a few years ago. So it was nice to see, in my opinion, see Damien back playing in a tournament.
Back, yes,
he is a lot of fun to watch. He is a lot of fun, and
And I think Julio and Damien make a great team. I thought Julio and Nick made a great team, but it's like the Julio and Damien team is always super exciting. All of these guys are great players. So I mean, no matter who they team up with, they're always going to give you everything they got. They dive, they run everything down. I mean, the gets are insane. Nick is doing backflips to get to shots, and Julio always throws himself on the ground. Damien's got longest arms in the game aside from maybe Johnny Green. I mean, this is crazy to get.
Yeah.
Can go on and on. But that was a great game, and Julio and Damien took that 21-19. And hats off to Sheik, because Sheik is a small ball player, and he came out to play with his son. So it's always nice to see a father-son duo. That's always a lot of fun to see, and it's just.
And Sheik hung in there with Julio and Damien, who hit the ball as hard as anybody.
And, awesome. Very happy for all four of them, and that goes to Julio and Damien in that game. As far as the women. Congratulations to Kathy and Erica. They took this finals against Ariana and Angie, and that was 25-21. So that was a super exciting game as well. And the women always put on a wonderful performance, and the gets just awesome rallies. I actually was on the line for that game. I ref the line, and it was just, intense at times because you just don't know, how this rally is going to end, and it just leaves you at the edge of your seat because you want to root for this team, and then you find yourself rooting for the other team. They're all great players, and but just a great game all around.
And this is also the newest, I want to say, rivalry in paddleball, because they've played now in the last three finals. It's been Kathy and Erica versus Ariana and Angie.
Right.
Kathy and Erica have a 2-1 edge, but every game's been close.
It has been
every game has been close.
Super exciting to watch all four of these women playing, and there was actually another super exciting game that happened at the PFA for the women's, and that was Kathy and Erica versus Karen and Ariel. That was a nail biter and a half, and that win went to Kathy and Erica. That was a 21-19. Karen and Ariel were they jumped out. They got out of the gate pretty early in the game, and they took a pretty extensive lead. I think it was like 15-3 or 4 or something.
I don't remember well.
Yeah, they had a pretty heavy lead on them, but then Erica and Kathy closed the gap and wound up winning the game. But definitely catch that game on. Is that on your page also?
No, that one is not on my page.
Maybe on Paddleball United.
Paddleball United.
Ariel had a live feed going for Paddleball United, so please check out that game. Great game, and congratulations to Erica and Kathy for that win, but also super congrats to Karen and Ariel for hanging in there. Ariel made some spectacular shots, and Karen with that crazy left. It was just an all-around great, exciting game, and all women, just kept everybody engaged, and it was great playing by all four women.
And again, great job by the PFA to host it and get all the games in. It was a lot of games, and a lot of teams.
Watch the games. I mean, when you can. David Blatt, like I said, also filmed a lot of games. I have some on my page, and great games all around. It was a great day at Juniper Park. We got to see a lot of people that came out to support and to watch, and to meet up with people they haven't seen in a long time. I mean, that right now is one of the biggest hubs for Big Blue paddleball for everyone. Like my husband said, from beginners to the pros, everybody comes down there, and I post on my page when there's games. And unfortunately, this week there's been a lot of rain, but this weekend should be nice, and always come out and try to get your games.
Yeah. So now going on, the very next day we had a big I guess when I said earlier sad, in my opinion, sad because it was a kind of a fun barbecue, but it was held for Liz Cologne, who's moving to Florida. So we had I guess, like a farewell barbecue for her.
And that was
And
spearheaded by Anthony Fiorino.
yeah,
He was the one that orchestrated and got everybody involved to come out and bid her farewell as she,
a lot of love in the park
a
that
lot
day.
of love. It was a beautiful afternoon spent with people that we play ball with, and people that love to come out and just watch the games, play dominoes, and it was just a fun-filled family paddleball get together for Liz, and wishing her and her family well on their journey to Florida, and but we'll see her down there. So it's just so long for now until we're down in Florida and we can get catch up. Go
Yeah.
down there.
And then actually, yeah, some good music too. Great food.
Great food. The
Yeah.
food was off the charts. It
Yeah.
was great. It was just a lot of fun games.
Mm.
Paddleball players were there. I think they had some racquetball going on maybe earlier, and that that game with the wiffle ball was also there.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
won't say
Frank.
it. We won't say it. Pickleball.
Thanks, Frank Paddles.
Yep.
Savino.
Yep.
Um,
Otherwise known as pickle paddle. Yeah. So that it was a fun, but also like I said, kind of a sad day. But anyway, then the next weekend, Jasmine held her B tournament at Marine Park, and that was also a fun tournament. Jasmine did a nice job of getting everybody out there, and we had some very good and exciting games. And the winner of that one was Taiwan and Ryder over Julian and Rob Basso. I mean, that was
Rob Lemon Drop for anybody.
yeah, from Bay Eighth, and
Both
Julian
guys
also
are
from
from
Bay
Bay
Eighth.
Eighth. Yes.
Yeah, and Ryder's from Juniper, and up and coming star. And Taiwan is a star, right? We all know that Taiwan's great. Paddleball's not even his game, but he's making it his game. The guy's amazing. Again, fun to watch, and they put that was a nice finals. A really nice one. And then in the girls we had, although it was a B tournament, we didn't have two ladies join in, two A players, Karen and Charlene, yeah, who helped fill out the bracket. So they ended up being in the finals. Karen and Terry beat Charlene and Caroline in a pretty nice game. It was good. I think it was great because you had two girls in Terry and Caroline who were very new. I can't imagine they've played more than like 50 paddleball games, if that much, maybe less. Um, they played great. I thought they played great. It was and you're playing against Karen and Jolene is not easy, and most of you guys know not easy to play against them. They're really good, but those girls held their own, and it was a nice finals, and so we look forward to seeing Caroline, Terry, and a few of the other ladies that played that day. Anna, who stepped in also
Anna's
last.
very new to the game. And
Yeah,
she
yeah,
comes from Central, and she stepped in to play
yeah.
and do her best. I think Rosamond came in from
Rose,
Florida,
yeah,
and Isabel and Stephanie came out to play.
yeah.
Um, it, it it turned out to be a really nice afternoon. Jasmine did a round robin, and everybody got to play, each other. And in the end, it was two handball. I think Carolyn comes from handball, no?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think both those girls are handball
But
players.
yeah, I mean, hopefully they stick with paddleball because they did pretty good. I was very excited to see
It
that.
was really nice.
And then some of the other I thought exciting games in the first round was Sharif and Mikey Bodega.
Sharif!
They played. They beat
That
Jordan.
is a game.
Jordan and Dawson.
Yes, that is a game that I refed. The first half of that game I refed. It was so much fun to watch and ref that game. All four of these guys they were eating concrete to win the game. I mean, they were just digging and going for shots. And Bodega, if anybody's familiar with Mikey Bodega, we call him Showtime down at Juniper. He's just a wonderful person, wonderful player. He's a lefty. And he gives you his heart when he plays. And he's such a nice person and a lot of fun to watch. And he's so exciting once he gets the game going.
Yeah.
That's a game you have to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, really good game.
Yeah, and Jordan and Dawson, who are from Marine Park,
They're from Marine.
They're really good. I think they're going to be great.
Excellent.
Very soon. Very soon.
Plays. I just think that Bodega and Sharif took that game because Dawson and Jordan.
Yeah.
I just think that they played a
I
little
think
safe.
my
They
yeah,
played a little safe.
well maybe, but I think Bodega's experience was just enough to get them over the edge.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they play again. I wouldn't bet against Jordan and Dawson. Those guys, they're pretty good. I liked it. Another great first round series was Frankie Cologne and Richie Brooklyn against Carlos from Coney Island and Sheik. Again, Sheik. Um, great, two great games
Yeah.
in that first round. I mean, battling back and forth.
Richie and Frank Cologne, they partnered up, and they're players from Juniper, and they're sticking it out. They really want to go the distance as a partnership, and I love to see that because I always say what you put in is what you get out, and it takes hard work to win tournaments and to bond the um, bond the team.
Yeah.
So, and they're
Yeah,
sticking
hopefully,
it out. These
hopefully
are two
stick
up and
together.
coming players. Both guys are great. They got two strong hands. I definitely
Good legs.
good legs. I definitely can see them in future finals. In the
Yeah, in the
very near
opens, yeah,
future. Oh yeah,
the opens.
absolutely.
Yeah, and they played another great game against the finalists, the Rob and Julian. That was another
I didn't
really
see
good
that game. I didn't see that.
good game. That was a
Oh,
really
that's
good
a game
game.
we have to see.
You know, one bad bounce or one just miss could have changed the game. I mean, very close. A great game. Um, another great game with Rob and Julian was when they played Charlie Fire
And
and
Chris
and
MMA.
Chris MMA. And again, Chris MMA seems to be in a lot of these great games. The guy's very good. If you have never seen him play, he's very good.
Actually, an interesting win was Mario and Anthony Rodriguez. This went to a third game when they played Chris and
And
uh,
Charlie.
and Charlie.
Yeah.
And Mario's
And that was the
an up
first
and
round
coming
there.
player on scene, and he comes to us from Central with the very experienced Anthony Rodriguez, who's really not a big blue player. He's a
No.
racquetball and a small ball player.
Yeah.
So he partnered up with Mario, and I watched part of that game, and that actually went to a tiebreaker.
Went to turbo, yep.
That was an exciting game too. So
Yeah. Yep, that's true. Mario's good. He's very good.
Mario's somebody to keep an eye on.
Yep.
Also, he's got some gorgeous, corner shots and drop shots. So he's got a nice finesse game, and he's really making a name for himself out there. So definitely keep an eye out for Mario.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing that long.
No, he's not been playing that long. And his game is getting better and better every time we see him out there. And Anthony Rodriguez, thank you for playing Big Blue, and we love it when you join us, and we appreciate all you do for the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the MVP, Jasmine gave the MVP to Marlon, and Marlon and Chris teamed up and they had a couple of big wins, and probably the biggest win they had was against Joe De Jesus and Johnny Green.
Yes.
I won't tell you what, but great game.
You just have to see the game.
You have to watch it.
You have to see
Marlon
the game.
and Chris,
you can't close your eyes on any one of these guys. And
very good.
That game, just watch the game. Watch the game.
Because Joe and Johnny are no joke.
No.
Those guys are really good.
Not at all.
And for Marlon and Chris to pull that one off, that's very impressive. Very impressive.
Bronx guys know Marlon and Chris because they play in the Bronx primarily.
Yeah,
and
Colucci,
we've
right?
watched, and Chris has played in Zariga, and so Marlon's been in a lot of tournaments. But I always said that these two guys are really good. They're just smart plays. They get to everything. They're hitting corners. They're keeping their opponents honest. I mean, they're not going to hit anything down the middle. And just when you think you got them, they're going to dump a shot. So, I mean, you just can't, you can't rule anybody out on any given day. Somebody is, it's going to be a shocker. So I think that's definitely a game worth watching for sure. It's exciting, and congratulations to them on that one.
Yeah, and again, thank you to Jasmine for hosting the tournament and in the beautiful Marine Park, which
it was a great day all around.
And again, another thing I want to mention about Marine Park, and I know Ariel, who also played in this tournament with Bernice, right?
Yes, Ariel.
Yeah, so they played great too.
They did.
Ariel and the Marine Park crew has brought in a lot of new players. So
they recruited some of their, and even the small ball guys got in on the action with Big Blue, who they only play small ball, and you see them coming out and playing Big Blue. Actually, John Robinson, Caribbean John, who we almost wrote him off with the pickleball, came back and got involved in this game, and he played spectacular. Who did he play with? Try.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
tough team. That's a tough team,
Yeah.
and I think you played them as well.
Yeah. We Ray Sanchez and myself lost to them. They were good. You know, tip my hat to John. John made so many good shots, and Try. You know, he was good too. I mean, like
Hats
there
off
was
to the
there was no
emotional
holes
players.
there.
Hats off to the emotional players. I love
Yeah.
people that get passionate and emotional on the court, and that just brings everybody into the game with you. So I mean, those are the types of games I like to watch because they just draw you in because they know when you're watching players that really play with the passion and the heart to want to win a game. John Robinson, is the epitome of that because he gives you everything he's got and he never gives up.
Nope.
And it's a lot of fun to watch him play.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for Try because he's really also making a name for himself out there on the paddleball circuit.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
good for them.
Yeah, so Marine Park's done a really good job of getting new players in. We mentioned before Dawson and Jordan, Try and it just
the handball guys are coming.
yeah,
and we appreciate that. Because,
and then there was some pickup games on the back. Eugene and Ben, guys that are regulars at Marine Park, but it's nice to see them playing in tournaments now. And I'm very excited. And speaking of Marine Park, coming August 11th, Sunday, August 11th, Ariel is hosting a beginners tournament at Marine Park.
And these are for people that have been playing less than 2 years.
Yeah, I believe that's what she was saying. Yeah, and maybe not have played in many tournaments at all. So it's good. So I'm excited to go see it, and we should, see some new players. And I don't know,
If
it's
you
good. It's
can,
good.
come down
It's
and
very good.
support if you're in the area or you want to help out and
Yeah.
ref some games and just meet some new people and network with players that are currently playing. And the winter's coming, so this would be a good time to start networking for games indoors if you play indoors in the winter.
Yeah.
This would be the time to.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good time to meet.
Meet
meet people. Yeah, definitely. Hey, we play Tuesdays here. We play Wednesdays here. It might work for your schedule, and that's that's the way it goes. So I'm excited to see that tournament. So and again, thank you, Ariel, for hosting. For this coming tournament, and also, but the big tournament of the month is again going back to the PFA, and Mike Melendez and crew are hosting. This is the mixed doubles.
The mixed doubles, and then there'll be the men's singles, and then there's a women's invitational singles that Mike Melendez
Right.
is hosting as well at
Yeah.
the PFA.
So this is going to be held at Orchard
Beach in the Bronx.
Yeah, on August 24th, and this should be exciting because there's going to be a lot of good teams, especially in the mixed. I think it should be good. And last count, I'm pretty sure there was over 30 men in the singles, and the women.
And this is a free tournament.
Yeah,
by the way. This
yeah,
is
it is free tournament.
The PFA does free tournaments, so if you're interested in playing in this event or any one of these free events,
yeah, I mean,
contact Mike Melendez with the PFA.
Yeah, it's good. It's if you don't know how to contact him, you could just leave comments on this video, and I'll get back to you and let you know how to get into it. Like Charlene said, it is free, so you want to test yourself against some of the best. Why not? Just go for it. All it's going to cost you is what, $10 in parking. Just go. And Orchard's again a nice place. There's the beach right there. You could always hang out. There's basketball courts. There's plenty of courts to play. There's plenty of place to sit. Bring a chair, bring a tent. Hang out.
Enjoy the day. Watch the games.
Yeah, it should be a lot of good games, I think. So yeah, so we're looking forward to that in August, and hopefully we get some more good news at the end of August. And for July, I know we had a couple of birthdays that Charlene you had mentioned earlier. Little Greg. Yes,
what did you call him? Rain Cloud?
He used to be Rain Cloud, but now he's Sunshine.
Yes.
Yes.
So he turned 30.
Yeah.
And the last we checked, he was skydiving out of an airplane with David Blatt for his 30th birthday.
Never.
But he would never do that.
Never.
Maybe I would. I don't know. I've done some crazy things in my life, but congratulations on turning 30. And also in Red Hook, happy 60th birthday to Shadow. They celebrated his birthday last month.
Yeah.
And congratulations on turning 60. There's
Yeah.
a nice little get together with the racquetball players out
Yeah,
there.
I
So.
mean, 60. Yeah,
He doesn't even look 60.
not at all. Not at
No.
all. So,
Did he get some
God
new knees
bless.
with that 60?
I don't know.
I think he got some new knees.
He's-
Lieutenant Dan.
he looks great.
He looks terrific.
Yeah, and then we also at the Liz Cologne courts, which officially opened up in July. We had a birthday celebration for Will the Warrior.
Will the Warrior.
Yes.
So that was a nice get together as well.
Yeah.
And good times, good times.
Yeah, and and little Greg, we had a cake for him. Yeah, so it was fun. You know, and some good games at the Liz Cologne courts. You know, we're there every Wednesday. Games usually start around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then there's also small ball games there on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Games usually start around 10 a.m. So, and you have some pretty good players there too. So if you rather play small ball, that's a good place to go. And again, like we always say, bathe. There's games every day.
Every day. Usually around 12:30, 1 o'clock, unless they organize something earlier.
Right. So yeah, if you always want to come down, you'll get games at these parks. Juniper, Bathe, they're there every day. Van Cortlandt has games, I'm pretty sure, every day also. Small ball, and some big ball, from what I understand too. So.
And they're playing at Gunther. There's Gunther games. There's Colucci games. Colucci's every day. It usually starts about 3:30, 4 o'clock for anybody looking for a big blue game.
Yeah.
Or a dominoes game. There's always dominoes to play there as well.
Yeah. So again, we want to thank you for watching, and keep on watching and keep on playing paddleball. Right? Stay young. Right?
Stay young.
All right.
Stay healthy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. And that's our wrap up for this July 2024 Big Blue. Looking forward to speaking about August.
Yeah. We'll see you next month.
Thank you.
All right.